So what exactly was this guy doing over at Disneyland? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the freakiest place on earth. I mean, the happiest place on earth, Disneyland, and yet another ridiculous person getting caught doing a thing that they shouldn't do there. Now, I have a quick question for you guys. Just an observation, a question, a combination of both. Why is it that when I see stories about Disneyland, Disney World, there's always somebody doing some very, very inappropriate thing, whether it be just a casual visitor, whether it be an employee, or both? Somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing all the time at Disneyland. And it's to the point now where I think that these parks are a haven and a magnet for these kind of degenerate people. If I had any children, I would not have Disneyland or Disney World on top of my list. I'm not trying to have anybody put a camera in the bathroom or, have somebody that's dressed really kind of confusing, talking to the kids. I'd rather would not do that. Let's go over here to a regular local park where we're not dealing with this international degeneracy that is somehow attracted to these places. Now, before I go any further, let's get into the actual video. And for y'all nasty boys who want to see the uncensored version, I got that in the description. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website, and I know y'all will do it, but let's start with the article first, then we're going to get on into the videos. This is on the Blaze. You see what it says right here. Man who stripped off clothing and wandered around It's a Small World ride. I cannot make this up. My man literally got butt naked and went to It's a Small World. You can't make it up. But anyway, the man who took his clothes off and wandered around the ride at Disneyland was on drugs. Now, what kind of drugs? Y'all let me know what you think he was on in the comments. You think he was on just regular, a glass of wine, a shot of liquor, some weed, or a little something else? A little something stronger than that. Y'all give me some suggestions of what you think he was on in the comments. But let's keep on going. Here's one video where he was not quite undressed, but about 80% of the way undressed. Still had his drawers on. Now, mind you, this is happening when kids and parents and everybody are at the park riding the rides. People are recording this on their phones and posting it on social media. This is happening in real time. It's not a skit. It's a real occurrence. He did get arrested on site.
Oh my God.
They're trying to tell him to stop, sit down. He's going to fall. Me personally, I was rooting for him to fall and break something. That's what I was rooting for. That's what I really want. Anybody does anything like this, taking your clothes off, going somewhere you shouldn't be, yeah, I'm going to need you to go ahead and fall. All right? I'm going to need you to go ahead and just break a few bones and learn a lesson that way and then get locked up as well. So the lesson really sticks home. So when you wake up out of your drug-induced stupor and you're in a hospital bed, you'll be able to, have a real revelation about what you did and maybe you don't want to do it again.
Oh God, he's gonna break all the stuff. I don't think so.
He's not okay. No, he's not. Meanwhile, you got the parents and whatnot just sitting there like, okay, what's going on? Now, I don't know what type of security we got happening inside the park, but it needs to get tightened up because I don't even know how you got in there. I don't even know how we got over to that particular part of the ride. So that's that. Now, there's more. Of course, there's more. Now, here's a picture of the guy, okay, when he was in a different part of the park, no clothes on. The first time, he just had some shorts on. Right here, clothes off. All right, now, here is a censored version of him with the clothes off. And y'all freaky boys who want to see him with no drawers on for some reason, of course, that link will be in the box.
Oh my gosh. Idiot. What about all these kids?
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. The happiest place on earth, maybe the freakiest place on earth. I can't tell the difference between the two at this particular point in time. Now let's look at this right here. I think we have some interviews with family, some of the parents, some of the customers who were at Disneyland at the time. And again, you're going to see things like this at Disneyland, Disney World. These attractions where you have a lot of small children, you're going to have freaky guys like this doing stuff like this. And as you see more of these laws start to change and they kind of opening the door, certain things, and they're being more quote unquote liberal, you're going to see more of it because these guys are going to take every avenue available to them to infiltrate into places that they previously were barred from. Okay. Rather than just breaking the rules, they'll take the rules and bend them all the way to the point where they're going to break or right at the breaking point. That is what you're going to see in the future a lot. But let's see what some of the witnesses said about what happened.
Disneyland, where some of the park goers are still talking about Sunday's shocking incident, the nude incident.
It was crazy to see someone behave like that in a place like Disneyland and to see them be nude in public. It was not the place to do it, and it was shocking.
It happens at the world-famous It's a Small World attraction, part of the happiest place on Earth. It is the last place on Earth, though, you'd expect to see something like this.
Is it really at this point? I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised. When I saw this video floating around and they said Disneyland, I'm like, yep, there it is. Okay, we didn't see plenty of freakazoids get captured at Disneyland and Disney World for various reasons. So a thing like this is not surprising at all. It kind of fits, unfortunately. It shouldn't be that way, but it is that way in 2023.
Who strips down to only his black underwear, climbing through the attraction itself.
We were worried that he was going to jump on us because at one point he kind of just stared at us and it looked like he was like moving towards us. But the cast members were quick to like try to coax him to sit down.
She was in one of the boats with her friends, as she tells our Christine Devine, watching this guy. There he is. One moment he's sitting in front of the ride's miniature Taj Mahal. They're surrounded by the singing anatomy.
I mean, imagine being on a ride and you see this kind of thing going on. That ain't part of the ride. You don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to take all his clothes off, which he eventually did? Is he going to hop on y'all and start attacking you? Is he on drugs? Like, what's happening? And again, the police did say he was on drugs and he did take his clothes off. So if you're right there filming this, you're terrified. You're absolutely terrified. Especially if you're like a young person or a young lady or something like that. Now, if it's me, I'm no big tough guy, but if I see that on the ride, I'm ready to fight. I'm prepared to be up in this water, knocking over these little dolls and whatnot on a display. The little Taj Mahal in the background going to get turned upside down, inside out if we got to. But I'd rather not. And I'm not really trying to fight a guy with his drawers off and his stuff swinging around. That's not really what I'm into, but I digress.
Comic dolls, and the next moment he stands up and walks away.
Well, he had boxer shorts on, and he literally just like walked past our boat, and then he like pushed the boat behind us, and then I didn't know what happened after that.
Eventually, he heads outside the attraction, and then he takes everything off. Now he is nude, completely nude.
Then I saw his clothes, his shoes, his pants, and his top just like discarded on the side of the ride.
Park security move in, and then Anaheim police take this guy out. Only ID'd as a 26-year-old man. Police say a man acting under the influence of a controlled substance. Still, it's an exposure that has parents reeling, now trying to explain to their children how indecent all this really turned out to be.
Of all rides, a classic Disney ride like that where there are children riding it, every boat has children in it, to see him do that was disgusting.
So there you have it. The freakiest place on earth, also known as Disneyland. All righty, so there you go. As I close, I want to say this. As I said throughout the video, I'm not surprised this happened at Disneyland. We're starting to see a lot more of this kind of stuff happen over the past few years, really. It's nothing new. And I think that it'll get worse. As we start to allow more and more things in society, if you catch my drift, you're going to see people that are sick come out of the shadows and try to gain acceptance. Oh, this new law came out, this new rule came out. Well, I apply myself to that. I identify as that. So here I am. And they may not do things that are legal, but they think that they're being more accepted, which emboldens them to do the thing, even if it's not totally legal. That's what I see coming forward in the future. So until we kind of reel that back, do not expect this to be abnormal. It probably won't be the last time you see it unless they tighten the security up. And whatever kind of security favor that allowed this guy to strip down to nothing to his birthday suit and get over there in a display, if that little security hole isn't tightened up, you're going to see more stuff like this in the future, unfortunately. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's happening here? Do you think that this is going to be par for the course when you're talking about public life, not just Disneyland, Disney World, but public life, wherever you are? You could be on the interstate seeing stuff like this. You could be at a restaurant. You could be at a museum. You could be anywhere in the country. And guys might just say, you know what? I'm going to just get butt naked right now and swing it around. I don't care if we got old people, young people, whatever. I'm going to just do what I want to do wherever I want to do it. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is going to happen a lot more. I'm not surprised. Hopefully this guy gets locked up and there's actual punishment, because that's part of the problem right there. A lot of these guys do stuff like this and there's no punishment. He should get put on the XEX offender list ASAP, because indecent exposure in front of children and adults alike should get you put on the list, and he should get put in the penitentiary. If he's given a slap on the wrist, that's going to inspire him and others to continue the action over and over again until they get that boot stomped on the back of their head. Then maybe they're going to stop, but not until then. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.